We are making a last-ditch effort to go into Walmart and get stuff for tomorrow because we start shooting.
Hey guys, how are you?
Sorry to tell you, you cannot record in this building.
We learned a valuable lesson.
Communicate. Or wait.
You cannot shoot inside a Walmart without their permission. This class, producing episodic television, really piggybacks off of the writing for episodic television, which most of the students in here took the previous semester. It gives students a good opportunity to be a part of a huge production that you have a lot of episodes that need to be shot quickly, need to be edited quickly, and delivered quickly.
The concept of In the Black is to take this snapshot of a character and see them at their most emotional.
I wanted to put out like an honest thing on screen about what it kind of felt like when my parents got divorced and I was a theater kid in high school, and Walt gave us this assignment of go write this monologue, and I was like, well, that seems like the only justifiable place you would do a monologue. So I took this really honest conversation I wanted to have with myself and I put it on a stage.
I took months to think of something because I'm a very slow writer, and basically what I came up with was Trapped, and it's kind of about somebody being lost in what they want to do with their life in general, whether it's relationship, job, school.
I figured what is something that I could write that I could also relate to, and that I have known a lot of people that deal with that. So I just had the idea of writing something about immigration and how people are affected by it.
So Brainwashed is honestly a lot of my own just personal ramblings and feelings about feminism and beauty standards and the beauty industry, and I find myself having a lot of these thoughts when I'm shaving, and so it kind of came very naturally to write this script.
The Company is a dystopian series revolving around this entity of the company. It's very foreboding, very controlling. Once you are part of the company, you will always be part of the company.
All right, quiet on set!
Scene 2D, take 5, roll 71.
And action.
I just wanted to establish my individual vision for In the Black that was kind of separate from the others, but that kind of meshed with everybody else's also.
It started out with doing a lot of script analysis, talking to the writer. Then it went to storyboarding and talking with my DP, figuring out the look, the aesthetic, and then going into it, you know, I mainly just worked with the actor.
It was a bit much, because when I've never had 40 people on a set, like the most I had was about 15 on my junior project set, so I was like, oh, all of these people are looking at me to answer the question, which I think is a double-edged sword, because it was like really nerve-wracking to have that many people, but it also meant I had 40 people who were there to support my project, and like anything I asked, like 3 people would go run and do it for me, which was really great. It was a bit stressful also because we had a little mishap with our actor, so Phil had to jump in last second.
I was coming back from the bathroom and Eli ran down the hallway and he's like, hey, one of our actors isn't here, and we need you to play. I have some background in theater, everyone knows that here, so I think I was the obvious choice. The lamb that had to be slaughtered, if you will. So, let's go. Line.
The amount of like dedication that all the students had to just like, you know, we had Phil step in and we were just like, all right, we're gonna make it work.
I really enjoy being on set, you know, just spending the day with like-minded people who are really creative and are all here for one purpose, to try to create a product together, you know, is something that's really fulfilling to me.
Film sets are fun. It's just like cool to hang out.
So when we get onto set, you've got the DP who will usually meet with the director and kind of tell everyone else what they need. The AC kind of does everything for the DP in terms of setting up, so they're going to start out getting the camera, getting the lens on, getting it all set up. If it's on tripod, slider, whatever it might be on, they'll get that all set up for the first shot. And then the supplementary camera crew will light the space, get it looking almost to what is wanted, and then once everything is kind of in its place, we'll bring in like the stand-in, the DP, the director. We'll see what it all looks like, and then from there we'll adjust based on, you know, the way it looks like in the camera, and then what the director is ultimately envisioning. Well, when we were filming Lucia, it was fun that it was just like this massive group of like 10, 15 people all walking backwards.
We did 17 takes of one shot.
We were doing one long take and everybody's feet were too loud, so everybody had to take off their shoes.
Everything was a well-oiled machine, shoeless machine. We used the Capitol Hill Mansion for Brainwashed. We kind of sequestered ourselves into 2 rooms, a bedroom and a bathroom.
It was a little bit stressful just because we were in a really cramped space and we were trying to be very respectful of the location. There were about 6 of us in the room and we were cramped into a bathroom for about 4 hours, and so that was a little frustrating, in addition to just like plumbing noises that we didn't anticipate. So there were a lot of running water noises and stuff that we had to get around, but in the end it came out really well. So
we filmed in like an alleyway, so it was like a wind tunnel, and there were geese and trains, and that's one thing about filming in this city that's always like, hold for sound, we're always holding for sound.
So during the actual like shooting, I would wait for sounds like that to stop to make sure our takes were good.
The problem here is listening.
Communication is absolutely necessary.
This is the first time that I've been an assistant director in a crew this large, and having to communicate between the teachers and the crew and like the above the line people, the producers and stuff, and not get wires crossed and not like just kind of absorbing the information was definitely a struggle for me, but it was a really good experience to like learn that that's what I need to do. If I were to give a student coming into web series any advice, it would be get ready to work really hard and just put all of your effort into it. As much as you're busy in other classes, you're gonna really want to put like all of your energy into this.
Learn how to communicate and be aware that if someone does it a certain way, that's not necessarily wrong. Just be open-minded to learning new things.
Buy a really good coat and scarf, because you're gonna need it. You're gonna be outside a lot and it's gonna be cold.
I would just say that like you can't really wait for people to tell you what to do. You have to be like constantly thinking about what like actually needs to happen and then do that.
definitely take initiative. Like if you find yourself feeling not productive or out of place, or like you're not fulfilling a role, then take the initiative. Go find something to do. There's always something to be done.
It's fun. Like, it really is. And you just have to take it with a grain of salt. You know, not everyone's going to get what they want.
Really dive into it and go in with a positive attitude, and just always remember that it's a learning experience, because this class is going to hit you in ways you didn't think it was going to hit you. That's it.
Delete that. Delete that.
That's a wrap.